Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dire Wolves Den. You may notice that my DM shield is slightly slanted today. That's because we're running with a really full house. There is just a lot of other people today, and so things have gotten a little bit messy. That's everybody else we're running today. It really is.
Quite a crowd.
Really is mess with the DM day. It's great. Alex, the one who isn't him, just decided to flat out quit because he's a bum. Gemma can't make it over the summer. That was our blonde, and the other two kind of fell asleep because we're teenagers, and let's face it, that's what we do. We fall asleep, and if you're our parents, we eat your food and use your money. So, regardless of that, because we are determined young men, we are here anyway, just to make you folks pity us and maybe laugh a little bit. So, if you all will come along with us for this fantastic adventure.
We're going on the most awkward stream yet.
Yeah, really, this is going to be magnificent. Should we do introductions? Should we go, all the way around the table? And
Hi guys, I'm me.
Well, I'm the one who isn't him. So if I remember,
and I'm the guy behind the mask.
Oh, actually, I should mention to the audience, this is actually my favorite group size. I love running groups with just a few people, and even though I am a little bit sad and a little bit pissed off that this is the group size we're running today, because I'd really like to have a little bit more of a colorful cast than two white Irish guys. Are you Scottish?
I don't care.
I mean in real life.
Yeah, I'm just a European thing.
Oh, well,
like
yeah.
all of us.
I'd like to be a little bit more diverse and colorful, but
Stop being so socially acceptable. People these days.
In the actuality of the game, this is the group size I prefer because, in my opinion, running D&D till 3 a.m., which is not what we're doing today, it's better just to have one or two people because otherwise it gets too loud, ideas get confused, and with one person you can really just craft a nice story, which is great today because, in fact, we are running something of a mystery. So,
Get my dice out.
when we left off last,
Okay.
everybody was heading back to the Talon, and there was this Goliath man.
Yeah.
Now, because the other Alex is quitting, in effect, what I have to do, because there's no other way that I can think of doing this, and I'm really sorry to him for doing this if he watches this, I apologize. This is literally, I spent maybe 2 or 3 hours thinking about how I can do this, and this is the only thing I can think of. I have to, retcon him out of existence. So, he was never there. In his place, you.
Hey.
So you have the position of leader of the Blades of the Raven's Watch, which you're like the tactical general, essentially.
That's wonderful to get
And
the guy with 8 intelligence to do that.
Yeah, and well, it's been a position taken by barbarians occasionally in the past. So you're good.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you were with the party when they went to Monstre's mansion. You were with them when they died, and the Raven Queen resurrected them, etc.
Okay.
And Alex was never here. Franklin was never here. That's really hard to explain because he's Alex too, or I guess he's Alex too. But just roll with it, folks.
I'm Alex as well, or I'm Alex number 2?
Well, you're always number 2 to me.
Oh.
Showing up back at the Talon, the Goliath man I described last time in a raven feather cloak, tears in his eyes and an unfamiliar face, and he addresses you as you come near. He says, he waves and says, "Hello. Am I sinking?"
Is he?
No, I'm sinking.
Oh,
My
you.
chair. It's fine.
Yeah, you're considerably shorter than you were before.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be easier to just...
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Much
in real
better.
life, I'm like a full foot shorter than him. Let me... This isn't gonna work very well because I'm a cripple, but let's see if we can. There. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, things are just coming off to a cracking start. Yeah. So he addresses you and he says, "Hello, my name is William Silver. I have come to offer my services to you. And as a dwarf, you have heard of this man.
Who is he?
He's a blacksmith.
He's a blacksmith.
He is a very, very good blacksmith. When you worked in the mines,
Yeah.
the owners would carry stuff like pickaxes and stuff just as decoration because of the quality of workmanship. They didn't look pretty, but these were the kinds of things you could run one of William Silver's steel pickaxes
Yeah.
into a rock and it would just you know in cartoons when you hit like an iceberg and the whole thing just
That's what it does?
it's not magical, it's just his quality of work is so on point that it might as well be something like that.
Okay.
At the time he was 15.
How old is he now?
Well, it's been about 30 years, so he's going into his 40s and 50s. And he continues speaking. I have come to pledge my services to you, and he keeps looking down as he talks. And you've never met him before. You know the name,
Yeah.
and you've kind of like seen paintings and pictures done, but he's never really gotten out of the slums, even for all of the quality work that he does. No one really knows why. Some people say that he just kind of refuses to work for nobles, that they're just too arrogant for him to deal with. Other people
Sounds
say
like
that
my kind of guy.
he keeps getting cheated out of getting paid. And a few other things. The other thing that really is a shock to you is he's this almost 8-foot tall guy
Yeah.
talking in like this kind of tiny, light
Hush
voice.
Yeah.
And normally you're talking to a guy and they're like, "Hello!" And this guy's like, "Oh, yes, hello."
Hello. Hello.
And as you continue to walk closer to him, you also notice that his cloak is clearly homemade. I mean, it's still very, very nice. It's very good craftsmanship, but it's not the classical thing that you're wearing. He's got kind of like leather pauldrons.
So he tried to mimic it himself. Is that what you're saying?
It seems like he either tried to mimic it or improve on the design.
Okay.
You're not quite sure which, but it's a very odd garment. He says, I have come to pledge myself and my work to your associates, and I will hope that you will take me, and in return for me doing everything I can to create things for you and your brethren, that you will take those that I bring to your church.
Okay.
And the others have kind of just walked past him. They're like, "Yeah, you can kind of deal with this. We don't really know this guy, and
So
we're just gonna."
so he's standing at the front of the Talon, right?
Yeah.
The cathedral. So first of all, I want to know like why he is doing this.
Do you want to ask him?
How about sure, I'll ask him. Hey mate, why you doing this?
I think that is a discussion that I'd prefer to have inside. I just need somewhere to sit down before I can.
Okay, let's go in, find ourselves a sofa and a cup of tea, and let's
You
talk
sit
this
down on
over.
the pews.
The pews.
And he explains in short, a while ago his wife died. She was lynched for going into the wrong bar. She was also a Goliath. Her name was Joanne Stone. Therefore the name of his blacksmithing company, Silver and Stone.
Okay.
And since then, he has kind of found faith in the Raven Queen and also in Moradin.
Okay.
And because of this faith that he has and how much it has helped him over the past several years that his wife has been dead,
Yeah.
he would like to pledge his service to you.
Okay. So I have to make decisions for everyone in the party.
Well, they've just kind of told you to deal with this.
Okay, I can do whatever I want then. So
Oh, what's your passive perception?
10.
10. Okay.
So I'm gonna try and do like an insight check to make sure he's not.
Okay. Absolutely. I believe that's a wisdom skill.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
This is going to go well for you.
12.
He does not appear to be lying.
Okay.
You could probably, I mean, he's a public figure, so you could tell him to wait here and then like go ask people what they know about him.
Okay. So
I should also mention there are a few other followers of the Raven Queen, kind of
with him.
not with him, but moving around the temple.
Okay.
The other members of your party, with the exception of Mordred, who is in his tinkering room, you can hear him with,
Doing his thing?
Yeah. But the other members of the really, it's just Binfrond helping these people around. Nadia decided to go look for her husband.
Yeah, because she's not part of the Ravens anything.
Not yet. She did kind of promise herself before she left. I should have mentioned this at the beginning, really. I apologize. But she kind of took you guys aside on your way back to the Talon and said, I think Vexalia knows something or has something to do with, I should do her voice really, but I'm not gonna, with Biznek's kidnapping, and I need to find him.
Yeah, Biznek's.
Biznek is her husband.
Okay.
She has not told you this.
Okay.
So you not knowing who he is reasonable, and she explains it more in depth, seeing all the what are you talking about? She's like, oh, right, yeah. But she's gonna go look for him, and she thinks the leader of the Thieves Guild has something to do with it. She doesn't know what, but that's what she decides to go do. She does promise that she will return to you and your group after she has found him.
Okay.
Because she did find some solace in you guys.
And running through and killing a dragon with us?
Yeah, and
Okay.
that solace and loot. But coming back to William Silver, do you want to go ask him to wait here and kind of look around town and see if this is true? Because I'm sure there are other things you can do. I mean, you have dragon parts to sell.
Yeah, I have. I can sell a few kidneys and whatnot. So I am actually going to give him access to the tinkering room.
Okay.
That has like a furnace and whatnot in it for making stuff.
Yeah, it has everything you really need. And you kind of see him go up there, and you hear an argument between him and Mordred. And then I'm assuming you like sit there and kind of watch for a minute.
Yeah.
You see Mordred take off his eyes of the eagle and give them to William Silver.
Should
And William Silver puts them on a side table and kind of chuckles, and then you're close enough to hear what they're saying. William Silver challenges Mordred to like a craft off,
Craft off.
just to make an iron sword.
Okay, this should be entertaining. So I'm gonna go out for a bit.
Okay, what are you gonna go out and do?
Okay, so my shield is just a regular sentinel shield,
Yeah.
but other people in the party have better initiative than I do.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna leave that here.
Well, do they?
No, he's disappeared.
Who? Alex?
The
Because
Franklin.
you have higher dex than him. Remember? He had
Oh yeah,
13.
he had 13 decks.
Because he was a very smart rogue. Just not a very smart player.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna go steal money from Binfrond. I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm assuming you have access to the party coffers, which for right now, I'm just gonna say you sell the dragon parts,
I actually want to keep the scales.
but the eyes and I think it was also claws,
Yeah, and I have teeth.
eyes, claws, and teeth. How many?
6 teeth, 2 eyes, and 4 claws.
Okay, you find an alchemy shop run by Human Man.
Human man.
Human Man. And he kind of looks at them and he's very surprised.
I just happen to have these lying around.
He's like, are these artifacts? What are these? There has not been a dragon in town.
It's a
for
dragon,
very-
mate.
Right, but when? I mean, a dragon has not been around in a very long time.
Very long time coming. Actually,
And he's kind of looking at one of the dragon eyes. And,
there was one that the city guard killed not too long ago.
Orlo, was there? Make a deception check.
I stole one.
Because
That's charisma.
yeah, that is charisma.
That is 12.
12
12.
versus his insight of 10. All right, yeah, so, yeah, he believes you. He goes, oh, I suppose I'll read about it in the papers. All right, well, this is a rare treat, so I suppose I'll have to really dig down. You don't mind taking some of the payment in not gold, do you?
What shop is it?
What?
It's an alchemy shop, right?
Yeah, it's like a alchemy kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
So he hands you 3,500 gold pieces.
I should write this down. Crap. Can I borrow a pencil? Thanks.
And then there's also 50 platinum pieces.
Okay. 50 plat.
And 2 potions of fire breath.
Okay, not too bad.
You know there's an eraser, right?
Yeah, but
Oh, and I'd also like to apologize if we're a little bit boring today because there's just the 2 of us, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it, so, you know, on occasion, such is life.
okay. So those 2 potions of fire breath. Can I ask them how much they're worth?
They normally sell for about 100 gold. So you're
Okay.
getting about 4,000 gold for this, if you think that's fair.
That's pretty fair.
Would you like to make an intelligence check?
This won't go well. It's investigation?
The history.
History. 9.
Yeah, no, you should probably be paying. He should probably be paying a little bit more for dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna.
parts, even if there's only just a few of them.
Okay. I'm gonna do a persuasion check to try and give him more.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, I need a bit more than that. Oops.
What'd you get there?
That's 9.
9. Okay, versus his wisdom check of a 7. Okay, I'm just rolling so well today. I can't wait till we get to combat. It was okay. How about... You come back in a few weeks. I will have something else prepared.
Okay. Okay. I'm holding you to this.
I am aware. I keep my word. Always. Besides, it's
I'll
not
make
exactly
sure that-
easy to get away in this town with the Thieves Guild around every corner.
Right, you are. No.
And you trundle away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trundle is a good word.
Where are you off to next? And I should say, getting to him just by itself probably takes an hour or two. I mean,
Okay.
because
Navigating the streets and all that stuff.
navigating the streets, and because you didn't like go out of your way to pay for a carriage.
Okay. Yeah.
You can, by the way.
I don't-
There are
I don't need no
carriages and there are motor cars. It's just
Motor car.
yeah, like taxis. It's just if you don't say you're using one, then I try to presume that you aren't, because if you have like a bounty out on your head, that
Yeah.
is a very easy way to get caught.
That would be
Which,
fun.
as far as you're aware, you don't
No.
at the moment.
Don't worry, I'll just tuck in my raven cloak and continue on my way.
Yeah. Well, I presume you left it at the
Yeah.
yeah,
So next I'm heading off to an armorer's shop.
like a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get shot for my gun and a tower shield.
Okay. You'd rather have that rather than the sentinel shield?
You know, 22 armor class just isn't enough for me. I need 24 or whatever it'll make it.
Because like kind of the normal assumption is that the sentinel shield is like a tower. I mean, it's not like a buckler. It's like
It's a medium shield or the regular shield.
there isn't any non-regular shield in 5th edition. I always think of them as like the big clunky shields because you can't hold anything in your shield hand. And with like a buckler or even with a medium shield, you'd probably be able to hold like a dagger or like
Yeah.
a healing potion. But the book is like, no. So I think of them as big,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm new to 5th edition.
But it is by all means left up to interpretation.
Okay.
I would say you could buy a buckler and take down your armor class by one, but you'd be able to hold something in your offhand.
Like another shield? Anyway,
Yeah, sure. Just
never
two
mind
bucklers. That way you'd have the same AC. Strap another one to your nose and you can get all the way up to +1.
that. Okay.
But you want to go buy shot for your gun.
Yes.
Okay, so the first blacksmith that you happen upon is the Silver and Stone.
But there's
Which,
nobody there.
No, there is, because this is a chain.
Okay. It's like a franchise.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, because William Silver is successful to the point
That
where he can hire other people and build other places.
okay.
It's not a huge chain, but there are certainly a few around. I mean, this is no McDonald's.
Yeah, but it's enough
Don't
that
sue us, please.
you can. You don't have to go out of your way too much to find
No,
one.
it's like a local chain, you know,
Okay, yeah.
where you find one in your hometown, and then suddenly you're driving out on the highway and you see another one, and you're like,
Wait a second.
oh. So you come in and there is a rather large dwarven man at the table, and I mean large both this way and this way. He's almost 5'5",
Wow.
which I mean for a human is all right size, but for a dwarf, considering he's also almost like 3 feet wide, he's quite the odd looking man, and he's got a 5 o'clock shadow rather than like normal full dwarven beard, and his hair, however, is braided. His head hair.
So he's like one of those dwarven hipsters.
Yeah, kind of. And he is wearing some sort of. You're not sure if this is like the Silver and Stone service uniform, or if he's just a hipster. But he's wearing like this very nice. It almost looks like a mix of the English like colonial military uniform
Yeah.
and plate mail, and half plate, I guess I should say.
Okay.
It's a very odd combination. And the uniform is dark gray.
Okay.
He says, "Aye, how can I help you?"
I need some shot for my gun.
Aye, what kind of shot? Are we talking sharp, magical, anything special, or just the regular old stuff?
Give me a slug. Slugs.
Oh, so we're talking something big. All right.
Like maybe a
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
1 ounce or 2 ounce slug.
You know your gun can't really fire that.
No, it can't. But meh.
He kind of goes into the back for a few minutes, and this is a really nice place.
Yeah.
I mean, there are like a few tables around. There is a shooting range that you can see in the back, as well as like dummies for combat training. And there is like a back room that you can see is very neatly kept and stocked. That he kind of pushes a curtain past and walks through into. He comes back about 2 minutes later with a carton of normal bullets and 4 big, thick slugs.
Honking pieces of metal. Okay. So I'm gonna. So it was how many bullets?
In the carton?
Yeah.
Well, how many do you want to buy?
Okay. So how much are they a piece?
For 20, it's 2 gold.
That's not bad. I'll buy 20 of the regular. I'm gonna
All right.
test fire one of those slugs. And how much are those?
The slugs?
Yeah.
5 gold a pop.
And I hope they make a big one. Now,
The mechanical effect of the slug is it'll stop someone for a turn. They won't be able to move. They'll be able to attack, but they won't be able to move.
yeah.
This will knock the wind out of them, and they'll be able to, but they won't be able to really walk around.
Yeah.
And they'll also do some extra damage. Depending on what gun you're using, that damage will change.
Okay.
But with a range reduction, of
Yeah.
course.
So I'm gonna. How many of those big ones are there?
He's taken out 4.
Okay.
But by the movement that you heard in the back of the store, it's clear that they have,
More.
yeah.
So I'll buy 20 regular shot and all 4 of the slugs.
Okay, so that's, 40 gold?
I need to borrow your pencil. Thanks.
Right?
40?
40 gold, I think? Or did I say 5 gold a slug? No, that'd be 5 gold a slug. Yeah, 40
yeah.
gold. Or no. No, that's wrong. It's like 22. What am I saying? 40 gold a pop? Because it's 2 gold for 20 bullets.
Yes.
Not 20 gold. 20 bullets. That'd be a little much. Just a little much, you know.
Oh, and I need to. I should get my own.
Should maybe just keep that until I need it?
Okay. And I'll add.
And I have
ammo.
no idea when we're going on break, by the way. I mean, I'm guessing there's really just about nobody watching. But for anybody who is, I have no idea when we're going on break. I do know the break should probably only be like, what do you think, Alex? Like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will
Oh wait, no, I'm keeping this.
cross that bridge when
When
it
it comes
comes
to
to
it.
it. My eyes, that's weird. Okay.
Nice.
So you're going to test out the slugs on one of these, like, hay dummies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll erase that. 3 of them left.
The dummies are in armor.
Okay.
I mean, there are different scales of armor. I mean, there's some just wearing breastplates. There's some in chainmail. There are some in plate mail.
I'm gonna shoot the one in chainmail.
Okay. The slug tears through the chain
Mm-hmm.
pretty easily, and hits, or actually make an attack roll, I guess I should say. And they give you a gun to use this.
So I don't have to use my own.
Yeah, because the slug would not fit in the barrel of your gun.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a how should I say that? 8.
An 8. Okay, so you don't misfire. but you don't exactly hit either.
It's not center of mass, but like I
Y-
miss.
You miss.
Okay.
With an 8. Because
Okay.
misfire is below 4.
Yeah.
They do offer you the gun as well, the dwarven man. Well, would you like this as well? I can see that the firearm you're carrying couldn't quite fit something like this, and if you're buying the
Can
slugs,
I-
you might as well buy something to use them, eh?
He's Canadian. Sure. Can I trade in my old one?
You can sell it to us,
Yeah. Gonna try and
and
do
we
that.
can melt it down because it looks like crap.
I'll sell it for scrap then.
Yeah,
For how much?
we'll give you 10 gold.
And how much is the new gun?
Something that can fire slugs and a few other things. You're talking about a shotgun, presumably?
The blunderbuss, I would guess it would be.
It's a shotgun.
Okay, yeah.
We could sell you a blunderbuss, but that's not what this is. If you're looking for something that can fire more than one thing.
Whatever.
All right. So, unless you've got a discount card for the man yourself, we have a small variety of shotguns, but the best one we can sell you for about 500 gold. The worst for about 50.
Are there any mid-range for around 300 and...
We have one for 400.
Okay.
But like I said, unless you know the man yourself,
I do know him.
do you have any proof of that?
Should I go all the way back or should I just...
You could get like a carriage back. Carriages are
could.
like 5 or 6 silver usually.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you leave, and it takes you maybe half an hour to get back to the town. You grab William, and he has finished his craft off with Mordred, who is not done. He is presenting this +1 steel sword. It's not even magical. It's just really good
Yeah,
craftsmanship.
a masterwork.
It's not masterwork, because he did do this in like 5 hours.
Okay.
But that's still impressive,
Yeah.
because starting from scratch,
And making that in 5 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a great sword. It looks kind of crappy, and it's one-sided.
But still, a smith doing something in 5 hours.
But still, yeah. And Mordred is just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, never mind.
Back in my house. All right, you can have goggles.
Wow.
And William Silver takes the goggles of the eagle eyes and kind of pockets them, and then sees you and goes, "Oh, you've returned."
I need you.
What?
Listen, okay? I just went to one of your shops, okay? And they offered me a discount if I knew you.
I could make you something. That way it would be free.
Yeah, that would work. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna show him the slugs that I got.
I was, oh yes, this is from the ones that's a few hours south, isn't it? Yes.
And I'm gonna take my gun and I'm gonna show him, think that it doesn't fit.
You already sold your gun.
Oh yeah. I should add 10 to that.
Oh. It was, yes, I can. I have been working on a new prototype shotgun, so yes, this should. But if you wouldn't mind, I could use an escort back to my home to retrieve the blueprints.
Oh. Where is this home?
I shall lead the way.
What district is it in?
It's not far. It's northwards.
Okay.
Slightly pressed up against the noble district, but I enjoy living in some luxury, but I dislike associating with the nobles. They are greedy and manipulative men.
Okay. Let's go.
Especially the one that is currently in charge of our city.
Monstre?
Yes,
Yes.
I have no love for that man.
Well, you're a friend here. Now,
He kind of goes up. He has discarded his leather cloak.
okay.
Or not his leather cloak, his raven feather cloak, and put it in the library room.
I'm gonna ask him where'd you get that?
Where?
Yes.
I made it.
Okay.
I felt it would be something to have if I was to show my face here. Something to show my alignment with you when hopefully people start to agree that you are better for this city than one such as Monstray or Vexalia.
I'm still pretty pissed at Vexalia for leading us through that thing and making us fight that dragon. Although I did get some really nice mithril plate out of it. Not too shabby. But
That's the other thing that's bad about other Alex leaving is you guys don't get that claw. The frost.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have to go find a new one.
I'm just going to say it was never in the dungeon because otherwise there's no way you're getting your hands on it.
Yeah. Unless we go raid that place at some point. But, yeah.
Just, hey, Vexalia, we want to go for another round. The dragon is dead. We don't care. But he pulls out it seemed like this really small bag, but kind of looking at it very closely as he pays the carriage man. This is a bag of holding, and he reaches in and it just appears to be filled with gold.
Okay.
And
Well, right now I'm just wondering how I'm carrying like 3,000 gold pieces on my person.
you have a bag of holding too, I think.
No, I don't.
Binfrond will give you his.
Okay. For now.
Yeah. Because you're the one going out and doing things, where Binfrond is kind of finding people a place to sleep.
Break time?
Oh, is it? Okay. Well then, as William Silver and our main man Vondel set off to set off to the higher areas of the slums, we will take our break and we will be back afterwards, still all alone.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Direwolves Den. There's like two of us. Awkward stream time.
We're back. Welcome back. You and William Silver are heading up into not really the noble district, but kind of close. And you come to his house, and it is this big stone building. It is an impressive structure. It's not huge, and it's maybe like 2 stories, maybe 3.
But made out of stone.
It's made out of stone. It's very nice. I mean, there are carvings. Coming in, the floor is carpeted, and your feet kind of sink into it. It's a nice place.
I love those carpets that are like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
You like step in them and it sinks.
It's like walking around in Jell-O, but warmer. So he kind of goes to a back room. Not a back room. He goes upstairs, and then through a very tall wooden door. That's something else you notice about this house, especially you as a dwarf. The doorways in here are huge.
Well, he made it for himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is
10 feet tall.
almost 8 foot.
Oh.
Goliaths aren't that big.
With a name like Goliath. you would
Yeah,
think
I
they would
know.
be-
They are taller. I think they're 7 to 8 feet, but maybe I'm wrong. But even for a Goliath, he's quite large at 7'11".
Okay.
And compared to you,
At my staggering height of 4'6".
yeah, he's a big man. And he is rather well built. I should also say that for his little light voice, he's not like a fat man. He's well muscled.
Yeah. He's squared off.
And he comes down with a set of blueprints and several small devices, as well as a welder's mask and a bag full of tools. He also kind of goes into another room. So there's, kind of describing the room that he's kind of doing all this in, there is a stairway that goes up with railings, that there seems to be a bedroom and an office and a few other rooms that he kind of pops into so you can see what's inside. And then below that, the stairway kind of
runs along the wall, and underneath it there is another larger set of double doors made of glass and steel,
Cool.
which lead into a very large library that kind of goes past the steel glass doors. There are stone stairs that go down, leading to this large library.
So I'm gonna ask him, like, is he really willing to potentially leave all this behind to have dedication to the Raven's Watch?
I will leave it all behind to have dedication to my wife.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Without her, none of this is possible, and none of this would have been possible, and
She was a Goliath too, right?
yes,
Okay.
or that's what he says.
Okay.
You never heard of his wife. He was kind of the face of the business. It has been difficult without her, and although I would not like to give any of this up, my wealth and my success, although I may not like it, they do have some effect on me. That is certainly something to think about, but I think that if you show yourself to be good people, then it is my duty to do so. Now, come, I must collect books, and I need someone to carry them. Hopefully, you have strength to do so.
Yep, I do.
Okay, he gives you a very long list of books, and a few of these are even fiction.
Yeah.
The man likes to read, but most of them are stuff about the intricacies of tinkering and smithing. There's almost 20 books about tinkering. There are far less about smithing, and you can kind of see that it's something that he's trying to figure out.
Okay. So I'm gonna go around and.
There's also a few about gunsmithing and several others.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shove them all in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Like go around and find
Yeah,
them all.
yeah. And walking around the room, there are a few paintings of him and his wife. There are a few paintings of some of their work, some of their more impressive pieces, usually swords. There are a few pickaxes. There is one very nice painting of a pickaxe run through a vein of gold with many dwarves standing in the background. You even recognize your parents
I do.
standing in the background of this picture. Much younger, so you're not sure when this happened. But maybe his father before him was a blacksmith. You're not really sure. But there are many pictures similar to that. But there are none with nobles, none with fancy clothes. I mean, even the picture with him and his wife, he's in a dress shirt, but the sleeves are rolled up and there's singe marks on the sleeves. There's oil stains on his shirt, and although he is wearing a vest, one of the buttons is loose and there's a burn mark in some of it. His tie is crooked and poorly tied. I mean, this is...
Like yours.
Yeah, kinda. Not a little bit worse. And his wife is better dressed.
Okay. Is she a Goliath?
She is a Goliath.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's very odd to see a Goliath woman, I should mention, because they're completely hairless. But still, she is beautiful. You can kind of, even through the painting, you can see this glimmer of intelligence in her eyes. And although William is standing behind her with a hammer in hand, glowing red hot, not literally, but you can kind of see it. The bookshelves stand behind them, and she sits at a small table with a ledger in front of her, kind of writing in pen, looking up at whomever the painter was.
Okay. So he clearly cares a lot about his relationship and his work that he does.
And there are other pictures of his wife around, even engravings of her into the bookshelf and the wood, which seem to be more recent. There's one or two where there is still like sawdust and wood splinters on the ground below. but some of them look rougher than others.
Grief will drive a man mad.
There is also several magic items around the room and very well crafted tools and weapons.
Okay.
But they're also all under glass cases.
Cool.
So you collect all these books. I'm assuming you don't try to steal from him.
No, I'm not going to try and steal from him.
Okay. There are some players who would.
I have 8 intelligence. I'm not smart enough to
Yeah,
know when a
that's-
good opportunity to
That's a
steal.
good point. And he is waiting for you when you come back up with the bag of holding, and he kind of looks at you and then sees your bag. Oh, yes. Well, shall we be on our way back then?
On our way, yes.
Yes. He kind of sets up in the library of the Talon after you all return. It takes him kind of like a week to settle in. He starts to instruct the people who are building that kind of side building to the Talon to
The servants' quarters?
the servants' quarters. He kind of draws up
Oh, yeah.
architects' plans for them.
Drafting.
Yeah, and starts to help them with construction and starts a few other small projects. Something you notice is every week he returns to his home every Thursday. He returns to his home and is gone for the entire night. And then comes back in the morning.
Do you think I should ask him about this? I don't know, you're the DM.
I don't know, should you?
Sure, I'll go ask him about it.
He says this is something private, and I would prefer that you not follow me.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's just that here, in the Raven's Watch, we need to be constantly vigilant.
I'm aware. I assure you, I do nothing to betray you. Nothing to betray the will of the Raven Queen or the will of Moradin. Even I do feel perhaps that I disappoint Moradin by keeping this secret, but it is something close to my heart. I will try to be quieter when I leave next time.
Don't bother me now.
And 4 weeks into this, there comes a Thursday. He goes out at night, and in the morning, there is a nearby inn with a woman, a bar owner, who has been brutally murdered on the same Thursday that he's gone. The bar is very close to the Talon, and this woman is brutally disfigured.
Okay.
Her bones are missing completely.
And did he come back?
He does come back in the morning.
Okay.
There is blood everywhere.
On him or?
No, in the room
okay,
that's
yeah.
been murdered. He is sparse of blood, and he kind of comes back normally, and he doesn't seem to know what's happened.
So there's like news all around the city.
There's news all around the city. Everybody hears about it within a few hours. He has no idea, or seems to have no idea.
Okay. Are there any trees outside this tavern? Or anything?
There's not a lot of
About-
greenery within Luston.
Yeah. Is there any outstretched that has about 10 feet of clearance under it?
Under
Any like overhanging?
there are other buildings nearby that you could certainly, and there are alleyways and stuff like that. Are you going to try to like jump?
Oh no,
Into this
I was
room, or-
under it, like because you said that his wife was lynched. for
Oh,
being,
you mean you're going to try to find if his wife was lynched near this building?
Yeah, or
You could go find if you could get into one of the higher areas of the city, you could go find backlogged newspapers. If that's something that you're thinking about. You could also question him about it. Oh, and he also leaves with something every month, or not every month, every week. he spends the week kind of crafting something in secret and then leaves with it every week. You know it uses metal. It's not like a wood carving or something like that.
Yeah.
And he has been very friendly to you and to the whole party.
Yeah. It's the honest ones you have to look out for, because you can't trust them, to be honest. The dishonest ones and the distrustworthy ones, you can always trust them to be distrustworthy.
Yeah.
I stole
So
that from somewhere.
is that what you want to do?
Or
Or do you want to ask him about things first?
Yeah, I'll go ask him about it. I'm gonna be like, did you hear what happened at that local tavern?
Which one?
The one.
You
one of-
don't know what it's called. You just heard there's a local bar.
Yeah, that it's right around here. I'm gonna gesture towards the door.
I heard there was one that had a sale on pork.
Pork?
Pork.
No. Somebody was murdered.
Oh my, that's awful. When?
Last night.
Oh, and you're asking me because I was, yes.
And I know that your wife was killed in an incident
Yes.
at a tavern.
This was not me. I was gone, and I'd prefer not to say why, and I know that's suspicious, but I would not do such a thing.
Okay, I believe you.
Not unless someone truly deserved it. But this was not me.
Okay. Not sure if I trust the guy, but he's done. I don't know, Goliaths are violent sometimes. A bit. Anyway. There's nobody else here.
Would you like to go into Hightown and find the newspapers?
Yeah.
Okay.
let's go.
It's going to cost you about 50 gold to get through the gate
Why?
because they don't like letting people in the slums into Hightown.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Let's find if there's another way.
It's very high security.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, there isn't like ringed walls, but there are these big metal gates at the only real entry points.
Okay, I'll pay a fine of 50?
50 gold.
50 gold, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah. You get in, you search through the newspapers. I want you to make, I don't know, you find a library that has these backdated newspapers, and you dig through for a while. Eventually, the librarian comes by and asks you what you're looking for. A very young wood elf woman.
I'm looking for a specific,
Do you know how many years ago?
like 6 years ago?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 years ago, a Goliath woman was hanged.
Oh, do you mean,
Religion. The Silver's wife.
yes, the wife of that awful man who always refuses to do anything for us here in Hightown?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I can help you find that.
I'm doing an investigation on his criminal activities.
Although, if you ask me, she deserved it.
Yes, but his criminal activities, I'm investigating currently.
All right, then. Yes, I can help with that. Although I'd prefer if he has anything criminal that you not relate it back to us.
No, I'm coming here for evidence.
Right. I mean that you not tell him
Oh, yes,
that
yes,
we...
yes.
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 Please.
Yes, that's the point, yes.
And she kind of goes further back into the library and opens these big metal archive.
Boxes, okay.
Not really boxes. They're drawers. The
Okay.
big...
Like file cabinet drawers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And starts digging through files until eventually she pulls out the newspaper. And This is the front cover story. A woman lynched outside of bar near
The Talon.
near the Talon. Local local Ravens Watch cultists suspected.
Interesting.
Would you like to read the whole article?
Yeah, sure.
It basically just talks about this woman came into a bar. The people at the bar said she was very arrogant, said she was looking to start a fight. And some young men came by and hung her after beating her horribly. And they hung her outside the Talon.
Well, and the Ravens Watch cultists were blamed for this.
Yes.
Okay.
Or the Raven Queen cultists.
Yeah. I think that our current party could be considered cultists.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah, we're pretty bad people. Saying that we made our whole entry hanging people above the
Yeah.
church. Yeah. This is getting pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so can I take that with me?
Yes.
Okay.
But the library expects you to return it,
It'll be fine, yeah.
at least by mail.
Okay. So I'm gonna,
And they expect you to like sign a few things that say you will and this and that and the other thing. It's not like a legal document, it's just like a little sign out sheet.
okay, yeah. Whatever, I'll return it. They aren't bad people.
Sure you will. Do you want to stop by the crime scene?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
There are a few local guard around it. Would you like to try to sneak in?
I'm wearing mithril plate mail.
Yeah.
I'll heft my gun over my shoulder and look like I belong there.
The guard they wear like maybe a breastplate if they're
Yeah.
really high up. You could just try to intimidate them or
That's-
like bribe them or
Okay, I'll just walk up and
one of the guards stops you. Oi, what do you think you're doing?
exactly what my superiors told me to do. Investigate this here crime scene.
Deception check.
Yes.
Versus...
Actually, can I do an intimidation?
No, that's
Okay.
deception. Would you like to say something else?
You pillock. I'll add that on to the end.
Yeah, that's still deception.
Okay, whatever.
You could be like, let me in or I'll blow the brains out the side of your head. That'd be intimidation.
Deception on a 13.
And they got a 7. I really need to find my metal dice because those were a lot nicer.
Yeah, I lost my D4 somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not there. Okay. I was asking them to
I
get
don't
it.
recognize the uniform, but yes. What division are you from?
From the Criminal Investigations Division. I was currently working on investigations into the Ravens Watch cultists, and
Oh, sent on high from Monstray, are we?
mhm.
Deception check.
7.
15.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm afraid you seem to be full of crap.
Yep.
Look, we do need a fresh set of eyes on this, so, you know, if you hand over some shiny, maybe we'll let you in. As long as you promise not to disturb anything.
I'm gonna point the muzzle of my gun in his face and be like, "You mean this shiny?"
There's like 4 other guards around
Okay, maybe not.
who are armed.
I'll give him two silver.
That's cute.
That's enough to buy him like bread and beer.
Yes, but I'd like to buy bread and beer for my whole family as it happens, so how about 2 gold?
Done.
All right. You walk up into this bar, and it's kind of like it's a very Western style, kind of like almost like a saloon.
Yeah.
So you walk in, and there's tables, and then there's stairs up that lead around to a railing, and then bedrooms that you can see the doors of, even from the lower room. And there are pythons
Yeah.
with meat hanging from them, slammed into these doors. The python, or the meat, is dried, but appears not to be from any animal that you've ever seen the meat of.
So I'm guessing that it's gonna be human. Since you didn't describe a murder victim, I'm guessing that's where it is.
Would you like to go up to the room where the murder occurred? There's another guard standing outside
Sure,
that door.
yeah.
Yeah, there's just kind of blood everywhere. There is barely the remains of the body. You can't even tell what race this is.
So it's like just like a cleaned carcass.
Yeah, with parts missing. There are no bones.
Any brain?
A little,
Okay, an intellect devour didn't do this.
but big parts of this have been cut off and
Okay, yeah. So
And kind of coming down the hallway, there are bloody footprints.
how big are they?
They're big.
Like Goliath size?
Like Goliath size. And the guard says, suspects witness a Goliath at the scene. Who let you in?
Oh, the guards downstairs. I'm on special assignment.
Deception check. Actually, no. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Um,
Why would he care?
All right, whatever. Anybody's being let into these darn things anymore. Suspects. Witnesses report seeing a Goliath on scene running away, covered in a big green old cloak.
Okay.
That's all we got.
I'm
Most
gonna
of them were a little bit too much in shock.
Is there paper nearby?
No.
No paper?
Paper is kind of a rarity.
Oh yeah. Is there any strip of leather?
Oh
or
wait,
something?
no, it isn't. This is, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong game. Yeah, the guard has like a notepad that he can rip out a piece and.
I'll take this piece of paper and I'll lay it on one of the bloody footprints and try and get the imprint into the paper.
There is also next to each footprint there is a dot in the blood like this. Always at the same relation to the footprint. I mean, you got like footprint dot, footprint dot, footprint dot, always on
So-
the same side.
So he's like using a staff or something.
Could be, yeah. And with your relation, you knowing William Silver, because you seem to suspect him, he does not use a cane or a staff. And even then, this would be a little bit big, even for him. This thing is like.
Did the what was that big thing that we fought and it ran down into the sewers and all that stuff?
The dreadnought?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
When you ran down into the sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ask him about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him, was it wearing armor? Did it look like unnatural?
No, it did move with a bit of a.
Like a limp?
Almost like a limp, yes. But I didn't see a thing. That's just what witnesses said. But it moved very swiftly.
Okay.
But very oddly at the same time. Suspects didn't see it with a cane or anything, which really doesn't help us explain these bloody footprints. Bloody footprints. Well, that's all we got, really.
Okay.
What's your intelligence?
8.
Okay.
It's a bad character to be doing this with.
It really is, but it's not like we have a bunch of other options.
Because we have so many people here today, we just.
Yeah, we're really just. We're packed. You know, it's unbelievable.
Okay. We're gonna just. So, I'm thinking it like could have been his wife trying to get revenge on something, but she's probably dead.
She's lynched,
Yeah.
and it's impossible to raise dead within the walls of Lustend. Or it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to.
The Raven Queen is supposedly has this ward that protects from raising dead, and people who have tried usually end up dead. But it's been a while since the Raven Queen has really had a lot of influence in this city.
Okay.
And you helmed horror in the Talon,
And we did
which
fight
isn't
Helm.
undead, but
No, it's.
it's kind of getting there.
Mm-hmm. It's a material construct. Don't you need like souls to make those? Yeah.
But that's why I was thinking it's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I will let you make a history check on the crime scene, because there is part of it that kind of sparks a memory.
Let's go history checks, actually. That wasn't too bad. History. That's intelligence. 16.
Okay, yeah, that'll actually do it. That's the DC, even.
That's 17 minus 1.
That's exactly the number you need to meet, so
Oh,
lucky you.
Yeah.
So before kind of the world went to crap, the Goliaths were in wandering tribes, and they had rituals, as all wandering tribes used. But there was kind of a common ritual between a lot of them. There were a few. One of them was this ritual, a tradition where when an evil is banished from a tribe, its blood is spread across the ground so that it is swallowed by the earth. Its bones are crushed and thrown to the wind so that those deserving will have it brought to them. Its meat is hung around the village to inform the tribe that the evil has been slain and banished.
Well, somebody didn't like this person who got murdered. Now, we've only met one Goliath so far.
I want you to make a second history check.
Second history?
You have met two, actually. The woman who sold you your breastplate was a Goliath, if I remember right.
Yeah.
They're not super uncommon. They're not around a lot. They're certainly a minority, but they're
Yeah.
not, 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Another history check for 14.
14? Okay, yeah, that'll do it. The Thieves Guild, when they need someone killed, has been known to rely on things like this so that people won't really track it back to them. It usually gets revealed after a while. By that time, there's really nothing anybody can do about it.
So let's go talk to Mrs. Lucky up in the dungeon and laugh at it. Let's go talk to
Or you
Vince.
could talk to Bruno.
I don't want to talk to Bruno.
Oh, why not? I mean, because Bruno's going to be easier to reach.
Yeah.
Ms. Moreau has a
Does all
waiting
her
list.
Little secret stuff. Nah. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Let's go talk to Bruno.
Or you could just find some random black market dealer and, interrogate him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as fun to intimidate Bruno since he's less intimidatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm saying this investigation that you have on the crime scene does take a few days.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you really do have to kind of sit and think about this, especially considering you're not exactly the smartest.
No, I'm not.
No.
Probably in real life too. I'm probably missing something here.
So it rolls around to the equivalent of Tuesday.
Okay.
And you're going to go talk to, and you kind of figure all this out. It takes you a while. You kind of shift through some of the leftover books in the library, and there are a few that the Thieves Guild have added, and there are the few that William Silver have added, and you do some reading on the Thieves Guild books about the history of their organization. You're like, this kind of, there are a few cases where they've used these half-orc rituals to kind of the same effect.
Yeah.
So you want to go,
Yeah, let's go talk to.
or they do have shipments that come by every week. You could just talk to people that deliver that.
I think I'll go talk to Bruno.
Okay.
He seems like he would know.
He is one of the people that deliver the shipments.
Yeah, but he seems like he would know what's
so
going on.
as he's kind of overseeing the materials brought in for tinkering into the Talon, he kind of looks. You come up to him and
Yeah, ask him about. Hey, do you know anything about that murder stuff?
It's just, there's not a lot that I know about that kind of thing, but as far as I'm aware, we got kind of a list of things to use before we get down to the Goliath rituals. Why are you asking about it?
Because I have a certain few suspects, and I was wondering if I could write off the Thieves Guild as not one of the suspects.
Probably never smart to write aside to that extent, but I will, I'll put in like a little message to Tommy and the boys. Please don't tell him I called him that.
Come on, give me a yes or no.
I don't think so. It's not really my department, but I'll look.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, you got it, bud.
So it's currently Tuesday.
it's currently Tuesday.
It's currently Tuesday.
And another Thursday rolls around. William Silver disappears.
Let's go follow him.
You're going to try to follow him. Make a stealth roll.
Let's take off armor first.
Why?
Why? Oh yeah, I'm wearing mithril.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to make perception checks as he goes. I want you to make 3 stealth rolls.
3 stealth. 12, 20, and 17.
This is a natural 20?
No.
Okay, well, he got 1, 20, and 6 for his perception. So there are a few moments where he does almost see you,
Yeah.
but you manage to evade him. He does not go back to his home.
Where is he
He
going?
takes this steel rose and goes into one of his shops. Would you like to try to follow him in?
No.
And I should clarify the steel rose, which I don't think I've mentioned before. He takes it. It appears to be this thing that he crafts every week. He takes it out and kind of looks at it as he's walking. You're not really close enough to see, but he does seem to kind of be thinking about things as he looks at this.
Okay. So I'm not gonna go inside with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait outside.
You wait outside.
Lurking in the shadows.
How long do you wait?
Until he comes out.
He does not come out of this entrance.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go in then.
Okay. The door is locked.
Stop me.
And this is one of his shops, so the door is also metal.
Figures. Are there any other exits to the?
Yeah. This is like the back entrance. There's also the front entrance, and knowing William, because you've been around him for a little while, he's clever enough to put something else in.
Okay. Are there any like grates near?
Yes.
Okay. So is there an entrance in the sewer? I don't know. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
I'm gonna plop down there and.
Yeah, that doesn't have great self. You feel something else following you.
Bollocks.
As you open the sewer grate, you turn around
Yeah.
and see a huge figure charging down the street.
Time to run. Wait. First I'm gonna look at it.
Black armor,
Black armor.
red symbols of Monstray on the chest, and a giant flaming battle axe.
Where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, this is the guy I'm not supposed to fuck with. Oh, no,
And
never
you do
mind.
kind of take a few seconds to look at it this time, and you didn't notice last time, but it's bent over.
It's bent over.
It's almost animalistic. You can hear it grunting even from this far away.
Okay. So is
I
it
mean,
limping?
It's practically
Okay.
running on all fours.
Okay. So how big is it?
The thing
Goliath
that's running
size?
at you, it's maybe nine
Okay.
and a half feet tall.
Okay.
I can check, actually. Would you like to duck into the sewer before it really...
That would be a good idea, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 8 foot, 8.5 feet
Okay.
tall. Yeah, you duck into the sewer and start to sprint down it.
Yeah.
And you hear the creature get to the sewer, and you hear it splosh in and then scream, and it begins to try to dig its way up and out.
Okay.
I presume you return to the Talon.
Yes.
Okay. In the morning, another murder is reported.
Ooh. People are dying.
This time, it's that gnome shopkeeper that you met. You're kind of stunned that you recognize the victim. You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that, yeah,
Yeah.
he
Him.
got his.
Who didn't particularly like the Ravens watch, and he was kind of this racist old man.
Yeah, and his
And his
daughter.
was just...
Wait, wasn't that his granddaughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
His granddaughter was just...
Hyper
Yeah.
and slightly drunk after that.
He's dead.
He's dead. What about his granddaughter? Is his granddaughter dead?
His granddaughter seems to still be alive, but she's in a horrible state of shock.
Well, I've got Binfron's magic bag, and that has gum in it.
You don't come across her,
Okay.
but this man has been. It's the same thing. No bones, dried meat hung on the walls of his shop. Blood spread across everywhere. This time, some of it's on the outside of the shop.
So both of them were
And they're-
shopkeepers.
There are a few people outside this time, outside the investigation. A few people kind of staring at everything. I want you to make. I assume you show up to the crime scene.
Yeah, I'm
Can you
going
make
there.
an insight check on them? With disadvantage, because you did not sleep the previous night.
Not after that came after me.
And because you were out all night.
Yeah. 9.
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
You rolled twice.
9.
9. They're very bright-eyed, and they're kind of... You can't tell if it's surprise or something else.
So I'm gonna go up and ask them. It's like, what's going on here?
There are more dead. Who are you? What are you doing here? We don't recognize you.
No, you don't. But did you see what happened?
No, but isn't it glorious that it happened?
That
What?
this guy got killed?
No, that's awful.
What is glorious?
Nothing. I didn't say that. You must be imagining things.
You must be enchanted by some evil sorcerer. Phew. So I'm not smart, and I don't know arcane stuff. But if I did,
You can make another insight check.
what time in the morning is it?
It's probably like 8 a.m.
Okay, Benfron's already drunk. I can't go.
And they're not really paying attention to this. It hasn't really become enough of a problem. You're the only one that's
Yeah.
noticed William leaving at night.
Okay. So I'm gonna. That was one of them, right?
That was one of them.
So what race and all that stuff?
People who were standing here kind of looking at it like this, there's some humans, there's a human, 2 dwarves, 3 half-orcs, and a Goliath.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the Goliath
Okay.
and be like, hey, what do you know what happened here?
I have no idea.
Do you recognize anything about this shop or anything?
Nope.
You ever-
Other than cruel old man would never let us buy anything.
Thought we were the savage race.
Well, I don't want to be racist, but that might appear to be true in this current situation.
You got a problem?
No, actually, I have.
Oh,
I
and
have
he kind of
Goliath, right.
steps towards you.
Okay. I did say I didn't mean to be racist.
I said you have a problem.
No, I don't.
All right then. Then maybe you should just trundle along and leave us alone. You little pig.
Little what?
Little pig.
I'll break your kneecaps.
And I'll break your nose. And then your skull.
I don't think that's a very good comparison. Kneecaps to nose.
To skull.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now why don't you just piss off?
And the other
People, the three half orcs, the guy, the human, they all kind of start to surround you a little bit. And the Goliath goes, "Now, either run along, or you won't be doing any running for the rest of your simple, miserable life, which will be oh so short."
Pretty poetic for a Goliath. I'm gonna move along, or at least up here too.
Okay, you want to like go hide in an alley and watch?
I'm gonna be lurking around in the back.
Okay,
Definitely not hiding, but
there's kind of a crowd, so yeah, I'd say you can do that, but I want you to make a stealth check.
gonna make sure that I am not away from the scene, that I am
Yeah,
able to be seen.
I know what you mean.
Okay, that is 16.
16 will do it. They don't really notice you. And you make it appear as though you're leaving and then just kind of duck back into the crowd.
Cool. So, does anything eventful happen?
The newspapers come out with a name for the criminal. Mr. Snirk.
Snirk?
Snirk. For the name that comes when he breaks the victim's neck. And he tends to do this in a public place, so usually people can hear it when they're around. There's this great cracking noise each time. The patrons of the bar heard it the first time. This time the children inside.
Well, violent murders on 2 Thursdays. Both shopkeepers in the
Oh, and Victor comes by.
Oh,
Victor comes by the following Monday
okay.
of the Thieves Guild, if you remember.
Yes.
He says, Vexalia has sent me to deal with some questions of yours. So what is it you need to know about, little man?
Boy. Anyway, first of all, all these murders. I know the Thieves Guild is.
And by the way, he looks like he's been drinking. Not super drunk.
But tipsy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Thieves Guild is known for sometimes using outlandish rituals to cover up murders.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Thanks
Yeah.
for informing me.
Now, these murders that have been going on, did the Thieves Guild do those?
Not that I know of, but Vexalia certainly is a fan of keeping secrets from everybody else. She's a real stone cold piece of crap, you know that?
Yeah,
Sending
I realized.
my own sister into that fucking hellhole.
Well, I had to go through it too.
Yeah, but you're not exactly family.
No, I'm not.
You've already died once.
Yeah.
My own sister, the things that I've done to prove loyalty to that woman, and this is what I get in return. The near death of the only family I have left.
She didn't nearly die.
She could have. No one else has come out of that alive, and yet she stands there just... The arrogance of that woman.
I do have to say, I did take almost 4 times as much damage as anybody
Did you
else.
say this to him?
No, no. I'm just saying that.
And she continues to go unchecked.
Vexalia? Yeah.
No,
Oh,
the
no.
elephant.
Oh. What does the elephant have to do with it?
Oh, you stupid man.
It's true, I am stupid.
What are you here for? What am I here for?
What are you here for? You're to answer that question.
Does the Thief Guild have anything to do with it? Not that I'm aware of. Can I leave
Does
now?
the Thieves Guild have any leads upon who is doing?
We don't care.
Okay.
They haven't killed our people yet. They've killed a bartender.
Yeah, that's what
Oh, the
separates.
horror.
That's what separates a good person from a mercenary. That's what separates a paladin from a mercenary. Caring about something that isn't themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why you people are never going to be able to control this city. Because you guys only care about yourselves.
that's nice.
That's all.
I'm going to
Goodbye.
go drink more now.
That's good, yeah.
And he kind of shoves past you.
Okay.
All right. You do anything before the next Thursday rolls by?
Yes I am. I'm gonna go back to that, shop that he went to.
The apothecary, I think.
No, the
Wasn't
one with the rose. Where he took the metal rose.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, is it open?
Yes.
I'll go when it's open. And so, I'm
Oh,
guessing,
and William Silver did return to the Talon.
I'm gonna look, because I'm guessing it's got like a showroom out front
Kind of, yeah.
to like show off all the wares. And I'm going to look and see if there are any metal roses.
No.
Okay.
There is nothing akin to what you saw William carrying, nothing even similar.
Okay.
All that's here are tools and weapons. There is nothing that is here for the sake of art.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the front counter
Okay.
and ask about pickaxes,
Okay.
war picks in particular.
There's a human man behind the counter. He kind of, all right, more picks?
Yeah.
Anything fancy?
Yes, I'd like a specific style. So it's like a specific ergonomic set. You know what I mean?
Not quite. What exactly are you thinking of?
So you got this one on display, and it doesn't really scream out like fashionable to me. You know what I mean?
What do you want us to do? Draw a dragon on the side?
Do you have any others in storage in the back or anything that I can see?
I could pull some out.
Okay.
You want to make a deception check?
Yeah. 'Cause I actually do want to look for a pick.
I know you do, but that's
Yeah.
not why you're here.
No, it's not. Deception is charisma. 15.
15? Yeah, that'd do it. He goes, you know what? You reckon this isn't enough? Besides, you're Vondel, right?
Yes.
Yes. William put you on the list of folks to trust.
Hmm.
So yeah, come on back.
Yeah.
And he leads you into a back storeroom, and there are some really nice picks here.
Cool.
None of them really have like a design on them, but there
Yeah.
are certainly different styles.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna look around and see if there are any of those metal roses.
Make a perception check.
Perception. I get advantage on those.
Oh, that's right, because of your shield.
Yeah. Wow, that wasn't good.
What was that, a 1 and a 4?
No, that was a 7 and a 4.
Oh,
Much better. 7.
you don't see any.
Okay.
And in fact, you can take time, and I'll let you take 10 with it.
Yeah.
You don't see any.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the pics.
Okay.
Are there any magic?
William Silver doesn't do a lot of magic stuff, but he does put stuff to the quality where it is
Yeah.
similar to magic. So you can get a +1 pick here
Right.
for about 1,000 gold.
No, I think we can make a better one back at the Talon.
Okay.
So I'm gonna thank him for his
And
time
shimmy away.
and shimmy away. Yeah.
Okay. He kind of nods and goes, "Well, that's a shame. I was hoping for a nicer paycheck this week, but I'm sure someone else will come by. All right. I'll see you next time."
Yes. And I will be coming back
I would hope so.
because a really nice item shop like that is a good thing to have around. And so is that like one that's near to the Talon?
It's somewhat near.
Okay.
Maybe like a half mile away.
So these murders that are.
So then another Thursday rolls by,
Yeah.
and a black market dealer is killed.
A black market.
His blood is spread through the alley.
And the meat is
the
hung up in
meat is
yeah.
is hung up on the sides of the two buildings.
Are the. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a crowd outside?
There is. The number of half-orcs and Goliaths in the crowd is starting to grow, as well as larger humans and dwarves. Ooh, make an insight check.
Not too shabby. 16. Oh, no, I get to add my thing. 19.
19. Okay. They kind of seem to be admiring the work.
Just like that person before was like, isn't this wonderful? Yeah.
And you can see a cloaked figure standing on the building opposite.
Is it?
Big green cloak, very tall figure. Do you want to make a perception check?
Yeah, let's go confront this person. But first, let's check him out.
They're rather high up, and they glance down once, see you looking up at them, and run
Magic rope
along
time.
the rooftops.
Magic rope time.
You throw your
Magic rope.
rope of entanglement.
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
20. Do I add anything to that?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, with disadvantage.
With No, not. Never mind. That would be 14 plus 3 is
14.
17.
Okay, whoever they are jumps at just the right moment, and your rope falls flat on the rooftop. Part of the crowd turns around to look at you, and then looks up and sees the figure dashing away, and says,
Oh, who are you to interfere with such a force of nature?
One of the half-orcs steps forward saying this.
This force
And
of.
there's also a few hobgoblins and full orcs in the crowd, and a total of 3 of them kind of step out in front of you and draw weapons and say,
We'd hate to have such a beautiful thing stop. And we ought to do the same thing to you. Spread the good word of Mr. Snack.
roll for initiative.
This would be wonderful. Oh, I get advantage on initiative. 11. No, 13.
Okay, well, the first one to go is a hobgoblin.
Okay.
And these guys aren't wearing armor, so their AC is really just 10. But he takes out a great sword and loads it from his back. He appears to be a mercenary.
Back scabbards.
They're mostly wearing like normal civilian clothes, but he swings it at you twice. So that is a 19 and a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, well then it's your turn.
That guy that just attacked me. He's right next to me, I'm guessing.
He is, yes, right in front of you because he attacked you with a melee weapon.
I'm going to hit him twice with my war pick.
Okay. Is it above 10?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
20.
You hit.
27.
You hit.
Damage on that is 8 plus 3 is 8 plus 3.
11.
11, yeah. I'm good at math, don't you know?
And then your second attack.
Yes, that's above 6. Or that's above 10. 14. And that's AC 7 damage.
Okay. Would you like to use your action surge?
No.
Okay. So then it moves on to the turns of the cultists, who both
Cultists. They're cultists of this guy.
they draw hatchets,
Plebs.
and both of the one's a half orc and the other is a full orc, and they charge towards you. And they're going to use reckless attacks, which means they gain advantage on attacks against you, but you also have advantage on hitting them. So that first one is going to be a natural 20. And the second one is a natural 20. Sorry.
Nah.
It's 11, 14 damage. And then... so that's 24 points of slashing damage.
With both of them combined.
both of them combined.
Okay.
Which means that it's not really...
Magic special.
No, sadly. And then the one in charge, who swings his great sword at you another 2 times, or he swings it at you once. Is that his action? It is. Okay. So he actually backs up. I want you to make an opportunity attack if you choose.
I will. Well, that is 7, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 11.
Hit?
Yeah.
Hits.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because he's not wearing any armor.
Nope.
With a total of 5 damage.
Oh, bye.
It's really getting him this time.
He points to the orc and mutters, "Come on, rip his guts out!" And then it's your turn.
I'm going to kill that orc.
Okay. You're going to try.
I am.
Sure you are.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Because I get advantage on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll 2d8.
7, 1, 8, 11 damage. First hit. That is a 23 to hit
Hits.
with 5 damage. Second hit.
Okay. He's only got 51 hit points left. Hey man, I designed this for the whole group. It's not my fault your party members didn't show up.
Okay. Well, they're not. Unless they roll natural 20s, they can't hit me. I hope.
And they are
Attacking.
using reckless attack again, so that's a 21 and a 22.
Oh, the 22 hits.
You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
And then the hobgoblin captain. Oh, excuse me. You actually take another 3 points from the hobgoblin captain's encouragement. Oh, it's not something that does it on its own turn. Okay, great. So yeah, he steps back into combat and swings at you another 2 times with his greatsword.
Okay.
Does 16 or 7 hit?
No.
No. So he just kind of slashes past you, blundering. And the 2 orcs laugh at him.
Does potion...
And just to speed things up, I'm going to say you slash at him as he trips past you and kill him.
Oh, okay. Was he low on health?
He was.
Does taking a potion invoke an attack of opportunity? Provoke
No.
it? Okay.
Only moving away does that.
Since the other people aren't here to yell at me for saving this, I'm gonna swig down a potion of
You know
fire.
there's like a whole crowd in front of you?
Oh.
You could move around them, but then you'd be taking an attack of opportunity from at least one of them.
Yeah. Hmm.
And you can do just as much damage on a normal turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna... I'll just swing at the orc that I swung at last
Okay.
time. It's, I do have... No. Yeah, I'll take the 17, 23 to hit with 6 damage. And... that is 17 to... No. That's 20 to hit with 9 damage.
So how much damage total from the whole turn?
6 plus 9 is...
15.
15.
Okay. And at this point, the crowd kind of stops standing in action and kind of starts to join into the fray.
Oh, gosh.
Most of them see these orcs as lunatics. So most of them take your side and kind of trample these 2.
Yeah.
There are a few, though, that hack down some of the crowd. And there is a lot of screaming, a lot of blood.
Okay.
Would you like to try to get away, or
I'm wearing mithril plate.
do you want to wait till the cops show up?
I'll try and get away, actually. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to make, I guess, acrobatics to try to weave your way through the crowd,
I'm good at that.
because that's the only thing that I can really think of.
16.
16? Yeah. You managed to kind of
19.
dodge through the battle.
I forgot to add my proficiency modifier.
Yeah, that's fine. For acrobatics,
Yes.
not athletics.
Oh. Never mind. 15.
You're still good. You managed to dodge and weave through the fighting crowd. And as you get maybe 20, 30 feet away, you notice a few guards roll up on horses and kind of start to shut stuff down and arrest those half-orcs who spit in their face and shout,
Mr. Snark will free us. He's gonna bring about a revolution. And people like you are gonna stop looking down at people like us.
and he kind of spits the last words, as I'm guessing you could hear.
I could hear his
His phlegm.
nasalosity.
Yeah. And do you return to the Talon?
I shall.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to do?
I'm gonna go into William's room.
Okay.
And tell him.
I mean, he doesn't really have a room. He has kind of like a bunk in
Yeah.
the servants' quarters.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay.
go there. Any green cloaks? Any mysterious?
He's there, and he's
Oh.
kind of confused as to why you're here.
I was just checking up on you.
Oh, well.
A lot of people of high stature here in the slums are being killed, and I'm making sure you're still here.
Right, so I'm still a suspect then.
Yes.
That's fair. You want to make a perception check to look around to see if he has a cane or
Yes,
anything like
that would be a good idea. Perception. Yeah, that's 18.
Okay. His bed sheet
Mm-hmm.
is green, but it's not like the same.
Green.
And this is like kind of like light green, whereas that was kind of like hiding in the forest, dark. And he does have a cane, but it's
Yeah, not giant staff.
yeah, and the cane seems to be kind of like a leisure thing. It's more like a walking stick than it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but maybe it's magical.
Maybe. He doesn't do much magic stuff, though.
Yep.
Uh,
And what do you say? Perception 18.
Yes.
You can see the inside of his cloak, which is tossed around his bed. The lining
Yeah.
is that dark green.
I'm gonna go pick up that cloak.
Okay, he kind of. What do you think you're doing?
There's an interesting shade of green on this cloak. It's very nice.
It was my wife's favorite color.
Is it weird to ask somebody if their wife had any other suitors?
Yeah, generally.
Yeah. Hmm.
Can you see Swagger back there?
I can.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I think on the note of, is it weird to ask somebody if their wife has any other suitors? I think that should just be about the cutoff for this particular session of the Dire Wolves Den. It is a shame that we had to run on such a small cast today, but the show must go on. So hopefully we will
Hopefully.
return next week at 12. If people this time, A, show up, and B, aren't late when they do so, hey man, you shouldn't be ashamed. You're the only one that actually,
Yeah.
managed to appear. And hopefully we will resolve this mystery, even though it seems that you are already convinced of the culprit. But we will see exactly who is causing these brutal murders next time on the Dire Wolves Den.